One moment, an ordinary day. The next, everything changes. A young genius finds himself dragged into a life or death game where the only rule is survival. Strangers, each possessing a unique ability, are pitted against one another in brutal combat. But this isn't just any battle. It's a psychological war where deception, strategy, and raw power determine who lives to see another day. At the heart of this twisted game stands our protagonist, calculating, fearless, and always 3 steps ahead. He may not have the strongest ability, but he has something far more dangerous, an unbreakable mind. Unlike the others who rely on brute force, he manipulates every situation like a chess master playing a game with infinite moves. But even a genius can bleed, and in this game, one wrong step means death. His first opponent is a powerhouse, a beast-like fighter with monstrous strength. The fight should be one-sided. The weak should fall, the strong should stand, but not this time. With a smirk, the strategist turns the tables, tricking his opponent into a fatal miscalculation. The battle ends before it even begins. Victory through intellect, not power. But there's no time to rest. More battles await, and each enemy is more terrifying than the last. A cold-blooded assassin with inhuman speed, a sadistic warrior who thrives on pain, a manipulative liar who turns allies against each other. This isn't just combat. It's a mind game where trust is a liability and betrayal is inevitable. Just when the strategist believes he has the rules figured out, the true horror of the game is revealed. There's a secret force pulling the strings, watching their every move. The contestants aren't just fighting for survival, they're part of a larger experiment, a twisted playground for unseen masterminds. And the worst part, there's no escape, but he refuses to be a pawn. If there's a game, there's a way to win. He allies with a mysterious girl, silent, deadly, and hiding secrets of her own. Unlike the others, she understands the truth. Brute force won't win this war. Their abilities aren't weapons. They're tools for something greater. Together they form an uneasy alliance, pushing forward in a world where the line between friend and enemy vanishes with every battle. Round after round, they fight, outthinking, outmaneuvering, outlasting. But then a shocking twist. The rules change. The contestants are no longer fighting one-on-one. Now it's war. Teams form, alliances shatter, and chaos erupts. In the midst of it all, a new player emerges, a rival as cunning as the strategist himself. This is no ordinary opponent. He doesn't rely on strength. He doesn't need tricks. He sees through every lie, every plan, every move before it's made. A true equal. A nightmare come to life. The battlefield expands. A new phase begins. The players are given a choice, fight in teams or betray their allies. The strategist carefully selects his allies, knowing trust is a fragile thing. The game masters throw another wrench into the mix, an elimination round. If the weakest links aren't cut, everyone pays the price. The tension reaches a breaking point as betrayals unfold, friendships dissolve, and enemies become necessary partners. The mastermind behind the game watches amused. They introduce yet another horrifying rule. Only the strongest will advance, and everyone else will be discarded. But what does a discarded mean? No one knows. Some suspect death. Others whisper of something worse. One by one, contestants vanish, leaving only the strongest and most ruthless behind. Then the final test begins. A last arena, a final confrontation, and a single victor. The strategist now faces his greatest challenge. The rival stands before him, smiling, waiting. It's not about strength, it's not about power, it's about who can outthink the other in the ultimate battle of wits. The stakes? Their very existence, the countdown begins. The battlefield is set, and in this deadly game, only one will survive. As the final battle unfolds, every move is a test of intelligence, every word a potential trap. The strategist fakes a weakness, luring his rival into overconfidence. The rival, a master of manipulation, counters with psychological warfare, forcing him to question his own strategies. They move in perfect sync, one trying to control the battlefield, the other trying to reshape the rules themselves. Then, another twist. A hidden player emerges from the shadows. Someone neither of them anticipated, a wild card who had been lying in wait, studying both their strategies. This unseen force shifts the balance, sending their plans spiraling into chaos. The game masters are laughing now, delighted by the turn of events. The strategist, for the first time, feels uncertainty creep in. But there's no time for hesitation. He must make a choice ally with his rival to eliminate the wild card or take advantage of the distraction to secure his victory. The decision is instant. A temporary alliance forms, an unspoken agreement in a world where betrayal is expected. They launch an all-out assault on the hidden player, each move synchronized, their battle of wits temporarily set aside for survival. The wild card, however, is not easily defeated. He wields an ability unlike anything seen before, bending the game itself to his will. The battlefield shifts under his control, illusions merge with reality, and the very rules of engagement become fluid. Every step forward is met with an unpredictable counter, forcing the strategist and his rival into a desperate fight. The intensity reaches its peak. The strategist finds himself on the edge, forced to sacrifice every ounce of energy, every last calculated move, just to survive. And then it happens. A critical mistake. The wild card overplays his hand, revealing his one weakness, a single flaw in an otherwise perfect strategy. The strategist doesn't hesitate. With one final decisive move, he turns the game on its head, sealing his opponent's fate. The wild card falls, the battlefield resets. And now only two remain. The strategist and his rival stand at the center of the arena, exhausted, battered, but unwilling to yield. The final round begins, a battle of intelligence, deception, and sheer willpower. Every strike is measured, every action calculated, every hesitation exploited. The world watches in silence as two master tacticians wage war, neither willing to be the one who falls. Then the ultimate twist. The game masters intervene. The truth is revealed. The game was never about survival. It was about something far worse. A grand design, a purpose beyond their understanding. And the final battle? A mere distraction from the real danger lurking beyond the game's borders. The strategist's mind races. The pieces fall into place. He understands now. Winning the game was never the goal, escaping it. But can he break the cycle before it's too late? The battle continues, the mind games intensify, and the true enemy has yet to reveal themselves.